Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Jess. I am the founder and formulator and everything at Stark Skincare, which is an awesome little indie brand of skincare, which you should definitely check out if you haven't already. And today we will be talking about the latest release product called Everlasting Calm and Smooth Infusion. This launched a couple of weeks ago. It's a reformulation of a product that I had before in my original brand, but the reformulation is, in my opinion, just so much better than the original, and I loved the original. So we're going to talk today about what's in it and how to use it. So without much further ado, I'm just going to read the ingredients list to start off. So there's aloe barbadensis leaf juice in it. There's Helichrysum metallicum floral water. There's Rose damascena floral waters. There's Anthema nobilis floral water, which is chamomile. There's Lactobacillus kelp ferment filtrate, which is sea kelp bioferment. There's Helichrysum metallicum extract. There's Silybum, which I like saying because it's like Silybum. Silybum marianum extract, which is milk thistle. Sodium PCA, aka sodium L-pyroglutamate. Centella asiatica extract, which is gotu kola. And Camellia sinensis extract, which is green tea. Ooh, this is a hard one. Leontopodium apinum extract, which is edelweiss. Propanediol 1,3, which is derived from sugar. Phycocyanin, which is, and I always forget this word, the green stuff that comes from the ocean. It's always just gone. It'll just come to me in 5 minutes. Except for this one's blue. And tarragon and radish root ferment filtrate and grapefruit seed extract, which are there for both texture and for preservation purposes. So Everlasting, the way that you should sort of look at this first and foremost is it's a hydration booster. So you can use this to accompany any single facial oil or balm that you use, so that you're not just moisturizing your skin, but you're also getting the hydration that your skin needs. So don't be fooled by the very watery texture that this product has. A couple of drops goes a very, very long way. So Everlasting was formulated so that there's no balling, there's no pilling. So I sacrificed some of the thicker texture to make sure that if you're wearing this, and as you should, with an oil, with a cream, under an SPF, under your makeup, you're not going to be getting any pilling. Because pilling, not only does it look gross and is super annoying, it's also just a waste of product, because that's all of your product just like balling up and falling off your face. So like, you know, what a waste. So Everlasting, the way that you would use it, I'll just give a quick demo of that, and then we will talk about what the different ingredients do. So you take a couple of drops, there's 3, there's 4, and then a couple of drops of, there's nothing in this bottle. It's literally empty. Okay. So here is my Aurora Balm. So we will just take a little scrape of Aurora. This is actually my favorite thing to do at night, is I combined these two ingredients, or products I should say. So Everlasting and Aurora to make this really beautiful, lovely scented rich cream, which I am going to treat my hands to. Oh, and my elbows. Oh, that's lovely. And yeah, this is like, combining these two, my Aurora Balm and Everlasting, makes like an overnight mask that is just amazing. Making sure I'm putting the right lids on the right proper product. I can tell by the scent. So in a nutshell, that's all you do. You just take whatever oil, whatever balm you like, and a few drops of Everlasting, mix it up, apply to skin. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And that way, like I said, you're making sure you're getting both the moisture and the hydration, which is super important. Your skin really, really needs both for optimal function, and also just it looks really good. It definitely gives you that glow. Your skin just looks healthy, 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 and it is going to be healthier. So the humectants in Everlasting, and oh, by the way, you can wear it alone too, especially if you have oilier skin or if it's very, very warm outside, so like during like a heat wave, it's really nice to just wear Everlasting alone, provided you're not going to go in the sun, in which case also wear your SPF. But yeah, if you're already producing enough oil, you don't really need that combination. You can just wear that alone. Your skin's going to be beautifully humidified, but you won't feel overly oily or anything like that. So you're gonna feel nice and plump, dewy, soft, but yeah, like I said, it's not gonna be like an overload. So that's a really, really nice thing about it. You can keep it in the fridge too on really hot days. So the humectants in Everlasting is the aloe, the kelp, the sodium PCA, and actually the propanediol 1,3, and the tarragon too, actually. So it is in a base of aloe, so yeah, it's in a base of aloe, and aloe is a great humectant. I mean, that's why it shows up in most green beauty products, actually. Kelp is as well, it's a very pricey ingredient. It's in like some of the highest end skin formulas out there, and it is a great humectant as well, naturally, and it's also just full of really great nutrients for the skin. So it's definitely like one of those ingredients that has a lot of different components and a lot of different benefits to it. Sodium PCA is kind of what I've been calling it, is it's like the other hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid and sodium PCA are two things that so one's an acid and sodium PCA is a salt, two things that the skin naturally produces in order to draw moisture into the skin, into your epidermis, but that as we age, it just no longer, our skin no longer produces as much of it, and so it's one of those things that we try to replenish and retain. So sodium PCA is naturally created by the skin, and this is just a salt that is basically added to the product, and it makes a very effective humectant without making the texture of the product weird or thicker or anything like that. It just helps the skin replenish moisture in just like a really nice way. And then the propanediol 1,3 is a sugar-derived ingredient. Might have a little bit of a bad rap, but for absolutely no reason. It has never shown to irritate skin. It's so just docile. But what it does is it gives a bit of a slip to the texture of the product, but it's also a really good humectant, and it also helps all of the ingredients be delivered into the skin. So it's a penetration enhancer, so it really helps your skin actually pick up the great ingredients of your skincare and use it, so that's not just like floating on top of your skin. And then the tarragon is actually just the thickener that I use, but it's full of B vitamins and it's a great humectant. So you know, I love whenever ingredients do a lot of different things for the formula. So that is why you are going to be getting just a really nice hydration boost to the skin whenever you're using Everlasting. But it's definitely not a one-trick pony. That's not all that it does. So there's also, we're going to be talking about a few of the actives in it. So milk thistle, and I'll talk about some of the studies that I've used to, you know, just backing up some of the reasons why I've chosen some of these ingredients. So milk thistle, so this came from a couple of studies at the University of Colorado Cancer Center. That's psilocybin, which is like one of the chemical components of milk thistle extract. It kills skin cells mutated by UVA radiation and protects against damage of UVB radiation. So it just protects skin against UV-induced skin cancer and photoaging. So I'm not making any medical claims here. You are. You're making the medical claims, not me. It's you. Just joking. But you know, I don't need to be making any medical claims to say that it does help protect the skin against UV damage, but it's also a very effective skin detoxifier. So some people use milk thistle extract as a liver detoxifier, like in the form of a tea or a capsule, but it has a very, I mean, it's what it does to one organ, you know, it's going to be doing to similar effects to you know, another organ. So it is also a great skin detoxifier. I need to shuffle my papers. So Centella asiatica, which is also called gotu kola, which is also called tiger grass, which is also called sika, is really having a moment in green beauty, but that's not why I'm using it. It's an herb that I use actually in a lot of my products because it is in my evergreen complex, but here I'm using a very concentrated extract of it in Everlasting. So in 2014, there was a major dermatology compilations of the studies of the effects of gotu kola on skin repair and healing. So basically, this is an herb that's been used for over 3,000 years with all kinds of anecdotal evidence of how much of an effective healer it is. And you know, and now they're actually coming up and compiling scientific studies saying like, oh yeah, it's true, it really does work. But yeah, it does. So it is an excellent overall skin healer. And it just really, it helps support skin, and it helps your skin just recover from all kinds of damage. So whether we're talking UV damage or, you know, like a cat scratch or whatever, you know, a pimple. So it's an awesome ingredient. Now, green tea probably feels like such an overplayed ingredient because it's like every green brand like green tea, green tea, green tea. Well, that's because it works, and there's a lot of studies, and it's available, you know, and it's easy to work with. There's a lot of reasons why you know, we do include it in so many products because it's amazing. It also smells really good. So it's nice whenever our extracts just smell really, really nice because it's better than working with something that smells like butt, you know? So, green tea, I'm just gonna read this, okay? I hope that's not too annoying, but, a Dr. Stephen HSU, who is a cell biologist in the Medical College of Georgia, Department of Oral Biology, has uncovered a wealth of information about green tea. So I got this, so that I'm quoting right now from Science Daily, which is one of my favorite sources for just reading about science news. And it's approved by my husband, who has his PhD in physics and who won't read any news because he just hates all the propaganda and fear-mongering and stuff, but he's all down with the science, with Science Daily. So I like to get the way that they sometimes compile things, because they're actually going through the studies, reading things. They're not just, you know, giving into hype and stuff like that. So I trust them. So anyway, so this comes from them. So this Dr. Stephen Hizu has uncovered a wealth of information about green tea, but ECGC seems to be a fountain of youth for skin cells. So they say that it's a fountain of youth, and they don't just, you know, when exposed to ECGC, the old cells found in the upper layers of the epidermis appear to start dividing again, Dr. Hisu said. They make DNA and produce more energy. They are reactivated. There are lots of unknowns. This is the first step into the door, but we can energize dying skin cells. We can probably improve the skin condition. This is from 2003, by the way. So then they go on to say, in addition, the researchers found that EGCG, sorry, I always say ECGC, it's EGCG, accelerates the differentiation process among new cells. Combining these effects of EGCG on skin cells in different layers of the epidermis, Dr. Su noted potential benefits for skin conditions as diverse as aphthous ulcers, I've never seen that before, psoriasis, rosacea, wrinkles, and wounds. If skin cells surrounding wounds or infections don't heal in time, fibroblasts in the connective tissue may rush in to fill the void and cause scar tissue formation, he said. If we can spur the skin cells to differentiate and proliferate, we can potentially accelerate the wound healing process and prevent scarring. It's also just a super amazing free radical scavenger, and that probably just could have summarized all that by just saying that. So, by being a free radical scavenger, by being a really, really, really strong antioxidant, it's basically going after the free radicals, which are you know, molecules that are unstable because they're missing bonds, basically, and then go out and try to, like, you know, pillage from other molecules. So by being an antioxidant, it's stopping a lot of cell damage, basically. And yeah, like anything that's wound healing, preventing scarring, you know, he says that it can help with benefits in wrinkles and psoriasis and rosacea, but anything that's going to help with inflammation in your skin, in your body in general, is just going to do a wealth of good. So that's sort of like my health rules in general, is just like, how could we fight inflammation? Like, and I find like it's a good way to just simplify a lot of health problems that we have. Like, if you just kind of look at it that way, because there's always so many things we can do, right? There's, you know, this ingredient or that ingredient or this exercise or drinking this or doing that. But for me, just to simplify anything, just say, okay, how can I decrease inflammation? And I'll just work on that. You know, that's sort of my general approach. So another ingredient is, of course, Immortelle, which is what our beautiful Everlasting is named after. So Immortelle, also called Helichrysum italicum. Italicum is the one that I use because it's the best. It's also called Immortelle. It's also called Everlasting because the plant doesn't die. And I have a bit of like an obsession with these plants that are really, really hardy. It's almost like a fetish of mine, to be honest. It's like, I look for plants that, because, you know, I'm all about protecting the skin against the elements, right? So against harsh environmental stress and like just the onslaught that we get living out there. So Immortelle, okay, there's a lot of science behind it, but it also just sort of captures my imagination, because if you've ever had one of these plants, it's true. It's like, it can be dry. It's like those straw flowers. It's like, it can be dry, but it doesn't die. It keeps its color. It keeps living. It's like the craziest. It's weird. So Immortelle supports healthy inflammatory response in the skin, and it decreases scarring, which is great for those of us who scar very easily from our acne and whatnot. It speeds wound healing and cell turnover, and just from an aromatherapy standpoint, it helps relieve old, stuck emotions. And then Edelweiss is the last ingredient that I'll go into. So it is an extremely high antioxidant. It's another one of those plants where it lives in really, really harsh, very alpine climates and can survive. So it's another one of those. It's like rhodiola too. It's like, I'm so obsessed because just when plants can live in extremely harsh climates, same with aloe, you know, like desert plants, and they have adapted to extreme climates, I'm like, give me more of that, because the more adaptive our skin and our bodies can be, the more that, you know, when it's Armageddon and whenever the zombies come for us, like, we'll be looking good, you know? So this is my intention here. So Edelweiss is an extremely high antioxidant. It actually has 2 times the antioxidants of vitamin C, and like I said, it's resistant to extreme weather adaptation, or it's not resistant to adaptation, but it is very adaptive. So that's just awesome. It's like, give me more of that, you know? So that is Everlasting in a 20-minute nutshell. It is amazing. It is very easy to use. Like I said, it's just a booster to any other product that you want to add it to. I feel that at $30 for the little bottle, 15 ml, which is all I have at this time, the time of this recording, is extreme value. Once you try it, you're gonna love it. I know you'll love it. Yeah, easy to use. Dab it under your eyes as an eye treatment. It's lovely. You can put it on your lips, around your lips. Your skin feels very dewy, plumped, and awesome. I could bathe in it, honestly. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. Great talking about products with you. Bye! Mwah.